You do it, brother.
Yeah, I'll say it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's up? Deadites podcast here, and today we're here to review another movie. It's been a month, but we're doing it again. So, Heartbreaker,
Yep,
tell the
it's
movie.
been a month.
Or maybe
well,
it's been
it
2.
has been an...
It might have been 2.
Who really cares? I mean...
It doesn't matter.
Guys,
We take hiatus all the time.
Guys, you guys are lucky you're even getting episodes nowadays, okay? Just be grateful.
Yeah,
And today's
be
episode
grateful.
is, of course, War of Dracula from 1958, starring Christopher Lee.
And Peter Cushing. I think Peter Cushing's the
Who gives a shit about Peter Cushing,
Peter
man?
Cushing
We're
is
all
amazing.
here for Christopher Lee.
He is the best Van Helsing.
Dude, listen, we are all here for Christopher Lee, no
That's
one
true.
else, okay?
Well, if you're watching Frankenstein, that's definitely Peter Cushing. Even though Christopher Lee is in the first one. He plays a monster in that movie. That one's actually much better than this one, I would say. That's one of my favorite Frankensteins, but this is definitely one of the best Draculas for me. Heartbreaker, you didn't like it too much, did you?
Yeah, I give it a 3 out of 5.
Oh, you're giving them
a lot
your
of-
score already?
it
You can
has
just
a lot-
leave and not get our opinions. Oh, you're cutting out.
They come here for the...
They come for the...
death.
They come for the cutting out?
They come for the
They come for even the worst?
scores of the...
What?
Yeah. They come for the commentary.
Yes, they do.
Son of a bitch.
So, the movie, I really like it. I definitely like this movie. I know you've watched the original Dracula more than me. I saw it a couple times when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in a long time before I reviewed it. I never saw many of the Hammer movies, though. The only one I saw was, Frankenstein and the Monster from Hell, since I think we bought it from a video store that went bankrupt. I think that's where we got it. I'm not sure. My dad probably bought it because Peter Cushing was in it. This is the first Dracula.
Is your dad a Peter Cushing fan?
No, he's a Star Wars fan. That's why.
And Peter Cushing's in Star Wars, I guess.
Yeah, he's in New Hope. He plays Grand Moff Tarkin. He was the one that was brought back to life. I think he's a true monster in that movie. There's definitely going to be a few jokes about that if I was to review any of that.
If you were an actually good creator, you would make jokes about it. Ha.
I'm definitely going to make jokes about it when I review the Hammer Frankenstein series. At least one joke about him being brought back from the dead, pretty much. If Disney could, they'd bring him back from the dead. They'd bring everybody back from the dead, just so they can worship the mouse. But this is Warner Brothers. I hope this movie...
I mean, Bambi never came back. Bambi's mom never came back, dude. You can't say.
Well, I meant the
all
actors.
The mothers stay dead.
No, not the mothers always stay dead. Keep all the women dead. That's what Disney says. Or all the mothers.
Yeah, dude.
The sisters you can bring back. I hope this movie's on HBO Max. That'd be cool. I doubt they're gonna put it on there, though. I mean, they have all the Nightmare films, so I'm not sure. They might put it on there.
I don't give a shit. I just want my Boondocks. Give me that, and I'll leave.
Well, yeah, that's all you need. That and the Maniac series.
Yeah.
They have all they have Jason Goes to Hell and stuff on there, too. Do you know if it's the unrated cut? I doubt that it is.
Dude, it's HBO. They literally made Spawn.
Yeah,
Dude, why would they fucking put out the
Have you ever seen the
theatrical
Texas
cut
Chainsaw
of
Massacre
film?
3? They don't even have the unrated cut in that, or in the Blu-ray. I don't know why, but they don't. I had to watch the damn movie rated.
That's because that freaking movie has some cut issues. The DVD has the unrated cut, but the Blu-ray doesn't. It's because the Blu-ray and the DVD are made by 2 different studios, I think.
Buy the DVD if you're gonna watch that movie for sure. But anyway, this is the first color Dracula movie. One of the first, like, at the time, not too many horror films got color. So they have the opening scene, they have red to signify, hey, this is in color. And this also was rated X. Or it wasn't rated X, sorry. I can't remember. They didn't have a rating system, but I can't remember exactly what it was at the time. But a lot of shit I know was, or some shit I know was cut. Like, now the movie is tame, but back then it was gory. Yeah, gory. It's still a great movie.
Yeah, dude, I was surprised by how much gore was in the movie, dude.
Yeah. I think
it's really a surprising
really
movie. Especially coming from me being a big fan of the 1930s movie, it's really gory, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Not as gory as the 2020 series, which is awesome.
Well, that's 2020. That's a little different. The gore effects they use is okay, I would say. And there's not too much of it, but the end scene, we'll get to that. That is really badass how he goes out. We shall get to that. So anyway, we have Harker.
So,
there, you got this?
Can I?
Yeah, go.
No, I just wanted to say, I love the opening credits to this movie. It reminds me of just the way that they make Dracula's castle look so drabish and so, foreign to everybody. I think it looks really cool. That's one of my main good things about the movie.
Okay. Continue what you're saying.
Oh, I was just saying that the castle it looks very foreign, and I very much like it. It looks like really a castle good.
It is really good.
It's not as good as the original castle, but it's still really good.
Yeah, the set design in this movie is really good. I think all the Hammer films actually have this. The set design for all of them really are really good. It's also in color, so that definitely helps. It looks really cool. How they just place the sets, it's really damn good how they do it. And
yeah, dude.
This movie doesn't have Renfield, which in the book it was actually Harker, not Renfield, who went to see Dracula. That was a Universal thing, But Renfield isn't in this movie at all. Instead, they have Arthur, who is not.
Yeah, I miss Renfield. I miss his crazy shenanigans. Like literally, the film goes by so quick where I was like, wait, what the fuck?
No, Renfield. Well, you forget there's also one character that they don't even have in almost every iteration of Dracula. I think his name is Quincy. I think that's what his name is.
Quincy Waddell.
You probably never even really heard of him, but he's in only one or two interpretations of Dracula, and that's about it. He's not in many because they don't like him.
Why do people not like him?
I don't know. They just don't put him in movies. He's not in the movie. He's not in the book very long. I think he dies. But one movie actually combined two of the I think they combined Arthur and they combined Quincy into one character. So that technically kind of counts. But anyway,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. So
continue, Jay.
Yeah. Goddamn, I was about to say Renfield. Jonathan Harker is going into the castle where he meets. Well, actually, I think you want to talk about this more. You know who it is.
So he meets Christopher Lee, which was
I thought you were talking about. I meant the girl.
Oh yeah, he meets this sexy chick that I love. And one of the main reasons why I was actually interested in the film was because of her.
Yeah, you sent me a message. You're like, ooh, yeah. You really like it. You really like that girl. Mm. Yeah, if you look at 1800s, boobs, they're the best to look at. Then, since they always they're really they're kind of like a back brace, pretty much. That's pretty much how dresses are. That's literally kind of what they are supposed to be.
Dracula knows how to pick his women.
I've worn back braces before. They are not comfortable, even in the slightest. Sweaty and they're terrible. Well, hey, you wear a back brace and see how it feels.
Oh.
Or you wear one of those old dresses.
Screw you, I'm not wearing a dress. Okay, so here comes one of my main complaints about this movie. Can I talk about that, Jay? I don't like how they don't build up Dracula. In this movie, they don't build him up. You know, you have a few scenes at the beginning of scenery, but you don't really get those scenes like in the original, where there are townsfolk going, "Oh no, 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 we don't go over there, no."
Yeah, they
You
cut a
know,
lot of stuff out. It was
they're
in the original script,
they
but I think they cut it out. So originally it would have had that.
But yeah, like that's one of my main complaints. That's why Dracula like is so terrifying. Like when you first meet him, he's so like foreign, and you're like wondering like why the fuck are people so afraid of this guy? He's kind of cool. But then you realize, oh shit, damn, he killing people. But you know, like in this movie, there's no build up. There's nothing there. So it's like, why should we care about this guy going to Dracula if you know?
Yeah. But the only thing is, I was surprised that they actually had Dracula, like, there's, you know that one image where he's, has blood on it, like, when he first shows up? I was surprised that image happened so early on in the movie. It surprised me that he had,
Yeah,
like,
dude.
so much at the beginning. This opening scene is actually probably the best part of the movie. That ending, maybe. But, Christopher Lee really is actually, like, very charming. He really does that really well. But he's very different to Bela Lugosi. He's very different, but he's definitely my second
Yeah,
favorite Dracula. You go.
he's definitely the most charming Dracula. You know, he's got that look about him, and also he's young.
I think that, I think the Lugosi is a little bit more charming, but that's because of his accent and the way he acts. But, he's really, like, he's kind of, like, nonchalant. That's pretty much what, Christopher Lee is in this movie, when he's in these scenes. These are the only scenes he's like this. I do kind of miss the, you know, when Christopher Lee got older, he had that deep voice. I kind of do miss that. But it's better than Prince of Darkness, where he doesn't say one line at all in that movie. Since he refused to do any of it. He refused to say a single line. Because he said that his dialogue was fucking terrible. So he didn't do it.
Oh my god, dude. That must have been a pain in the ass for John Carpenter to work with.
John Carpenter?
Yeah, he did Prince of Darkness, right?
Not Prince of Darkness, I meant Dracula, Prince of Darkness. That's the subtitle for that movie. He's not in that movie. It's the third movie in the series. The second one doesn't have Christopher Lee. It has Peter Cushing. And that must have been a pain in the ass for the director, but we'll talk about that if we review Prince of Darkness. Which we probably won't.
We're probably not. Yeah. We probably won't.
No, I'll pick it. I'll pick it. If you say I won't, I'll do it.
Yeah, screw you.
You say I won't pick something, I'll pick it.
Yeah.
We both know I will do it.
I know you will.
Main reason why I picked this is because you said you never saw it. I wanted you to see it, because it's good. It's a good movie.
Yeah, and it only took me, what, like 2 months?
Yeah. Mind me next time when we decide to review a new movie. I'll tell you like 2 months in advance.
Tell me 2 months in advance.
Yeah, tell you 2 months in advance. That way you'll watch it, and then we can get other videos like that you've actually watched done.
Guys, I want to step out of the podcast for a second.
All right,
I am truly sorry. No. Keep it in, but just keep this part in.
Keep it in. I'll keep it in.
Just I am so sorry that we haven't done this podcast. I really wanted to do it. I'm the reason for it this time. Jay, I can't blame him. I was the reason for it.
It's fine, man. I understand. We all understand.
I had schoolwork and some other stuff to do. As you guys know, I'm moving, so it's very hard for me to even watch a movie nowadays.
Oh yeah, you get a new set soon, don't you? Set, I should say.
Yeah, dude.
You're gonna film another
anyway.
another window.
Film next to another window, dude. Hey, dude, that setup is great, dude. I don't know why people are complaining.
That's not bad. Even my setup isn't like really that good.
Hey, dude, I get natural lighting. Okay.
Actually, my lighting isn't too bad. I would say it's not bad. Actually, it's not too bad. I mean, I probably should get lighting set up, but I don't have any extra lights. All I have is one light, and it's actually out right now, so I can't turned it on. So I had to film, like, really fucking early. Actually, I should probably film it right after we do this. To be completely
Yeah,
honest.
film your crap reviews that nobody will watch.
Hey, it's no, it's Puppet Masters. Demonic Toys. That is a okay movie.
It's a fucking classic, bro.
It's a fun movie. There, spoilers of what I'm reviewing next week. This week I'm reviewing something different. Actually, this review will probably be up after the review I'm working on right now. So, if you see the review that came out this week, next week is Demonic Toys. Yeah.
He's basically saying to go screw yourself. He doesn't know when he's gonna get done editing this shit.
No, I don't. I know I'm busy Friday, so I'm finishing the review on Thursday, probably. Hopefully, as long as I can. But it's an animated movie, so it's much easier for me to do. But I should be done with this by Saturday or Sunday, is my guess. Hopefully. That's a guess, though. But anyway, let's get back in the movie. So, Dracula shows Harker's room, which I gotta mention, this room looks really fucking cold. You can see their breath. That room looks fucking freezing. I mean, goddamn. They gotta get some heat or something, or some really a fireplace. Actually, there's a fireplace in there, but have the fireplace on. It looks fucking cold. Goddamn. But anyway,
Yo, Jay, it cut out for a second.
Oh shit. The room is cold.
I had to exit.
It's cold.
The room is cold.
Yes, the room is cold.
Why do you care?
That it looks really fucking cold. You can see their breath. I just wanted to mention that. So fucking cold. So cold.
Yeah, dude, it's
But anyway,
really funny.
Harker's supposed to be their librarian. But here's a very big change. So Harker is actually there to kill Dracula, and later on you learn that he works with Van Helsing.
Van Helsing.
Yep. And he's there.
I actually think this is a very good change.
Yeah,
I think it's a very good idea. Dude, I was extremely surprised. I was like, what the fuck is he writing a note to?
Well, in the book, there's a lot of narration.
Yeah, I know, dude. I've read like half the book.
You read half the book.
I read fucking half of it. What? Dude, it's a fucking long-ass book.
Yeah, I know, but you gotta read the whole thing. I read all the It book. It's a long-ass book, too. That's 1,100 and some pages. How long is it?
I read 4 of the Dark Tower books, okay? And that's like over 40,000 pages.
Okay, how long did it take you to read it?
Like 3 months. I was very interested in that series.
Did you not like the movie, I'm guessing?
Yeah, fuck the movie.
We're
definitely doing a podcast on that. Okay, 100%.
I haven't read the book.
Next one I pick is that shit.
What about Dawn of the Dead?
We're doing Dawn of the Dead, then that, or whatever you do. Next after Dawn of the Dead.
All right.
Because fuck that movie. I'm gonna do a fucking podcast on it. I'm gonna shit all over it, and I'm gonna fuck the shit out of it.
Yeah, all I've heard that's bad. I've never seen it since I wasn't interested at the time, and I didn't care. It wasn't PG-13.
It is PG-13.
Okay, that's probably one of the reasons why I wouldn't saw it. That's definitely one of the reasons. It's a lot of time.
Trust me, dude. I am a book fan. I am a book fan, so we will have all the things that we need to just give that movie a new fucking asshole. I fucking hate that movie.
But anyway,
but if it was a pug, you could do it real easy.
Yeah, well,
Pugs
are
can't
different.
breathe.
Pugs are easy to get.
Yeah.
I've had pugs. Pugs are good. I like pugs.
Dude, I love pugs, but I hate how they were made. Because it took like generations of breeding to make them as cute as they are. But like the reason why they're so cute is because of birth defects, dude. Literally they can't breathe. Like a pug cannot breathe properly. They have to like breathe a certain way. Their tail is a freaking birth defect that can cause like an illness.
Well,
If you're listening to
all
this, then you are a true Deadites fan, and you deserve a freaking reward. I'm gonna give you nothing because you're a bitch.
Hey, they deserve
Sucker.
something. They deserve this extra bit of content at the very end, or I'm gonna release it as an extra video. That could work too.
Yeah,
At least
Jax
just
and Colton discussing dog murder.
you called me Jax again.
Screw you, dude.
But one thing that would actually be cool to have is a pit and a pug hybrid. A pit
That
pug.
would be a terrible.
Well, no, put them together. They're so fucking cute. It'd be a cool breed. It'd probably make them a little stronger. But they wouldn't be so big like a fucking pit bull is.
For me, man, I'm more of a golden retriever type of guy.
Makes sense.
I love my guard dogs. Okay.
Well, the only reason why I got the dog is they're supposed to babysit it for a couple of weeks, but we end up getting the dog forever.
Yeah. I bought a new dog.
Nice.
Rocky. Had him for almost a year now. Yep, that's what he's named after.
That's what it's named after. Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to call it name after. So anyway, he's locked in his room for a little while. Let's see what does happen. Let's look at the file. So he's locked.
Okay, so he's locked in his room. Then Dracula comes back in and he says, "Hey, I'm going off for the weekend, so you get to hang out in this my big fucking mansion. Yeah, here's a key to the library. Start shorting shit out for me."
And he locks him in the room.
I thought he unlocked it.
No,
so,
no, the bride did.
Well, the bride's a stupid fucking bitch, and the only worth is her good looks. So.
Yeah, I want to actually talk about this since this is the one thing I think is stupid. So, Jonathan knows that they're vampires, right? So anyway, he decides he's gonna help them, and he hugs her and lets her get near his neck. Why would he do that when she's being kept prisoner? He should be a little bit untrusted with anyone in there, since it's a good chance that they're vampires. I don't understand why he lets her so close to his neck to get bit.
I could tell you the perfect reason why, Jay.
That booty.
That booty.
Oh yeah, he just wanted to grab him.
That hypnotizing booty.
But Christopher Lee is able to stop his fuckery, so with that actually cool image, which is gonna be the thumbnail for sure.
Oh yeah, dude, that's
he kicks some ass.
Badass.
He's badass. This is the badass Dracula. Definitely, I would say the most badass out of all of them.
Yeah, dude, he is really awesome. I especially do like this scene how he tries to like help the librarian.
Yeah, he like pushes him away. Like he tries to save her, but he just pushes him away. Like screw you.
Yeah.
Now eventually he does turn him, but
the thing about this scene is I think it comes too early in the movie. I think we should have had like about a 10 more minutes of like building up to what Dracula and his brides do and who they are. Then I think it would have been great to show that image, but
yeah, like I thought it was a little soon to show that image. I was surprised since that's one of the most iconic images from this movie, you know?
Yeah, dude, it's like the only image that anybody ever cares about.
Well, there's actually two. There's one. Actually, there's three. One with Van Helsing, another one with Dracula, and that one. There's three that I can think of off the top of my head. I can imagine it, but you know, I can't say it since I can't explain images very well. I'm not good at explaining things sometimes.
That's because you suck, dude.
I mean, I'm a good improviser, but that's about it.
Yeah, dude.
We're both good improviser, probably. We could probably make a fucking hilarious improv. I cannot speak.
I would just keep calling you names.
Oh, okay, let's do
like
this right
if
now.
If you think I'm ugly, look at this dumb fuck. He wears a fucking mask.
Hey, it makes me look good, doesn't it?
I don't know, man. I'm not a gay.
Well, you got it. You can't. The mask looks good. The mask looks amazing. I am
Sometimes.
beautiful.
It could be better.
Well, it just
Get
depends
Piz
what
out
mask
to
I'm wearing.
freaking make you some masks. Dude.
Just depending on what mask I'm wearing. It's better than your mask. Actually, I think I have the same mask as you for one. But I touched
Dude,
up
my
mask a
mask
little bit.
is my face, okay? My face is beautiful.
Sure it is. I believe that. Come on, let's improvise. Let's fucking do it.
At least I fucking show my face, you blackface pussy.
Hey, I only did it. I only still do it because I think it's funny when people say, "Give me a face reveal." And I get comments about that every once in a while. Why don't you show your face, you bastard? I get comments like that all the time. I still think it's hilarious that they fucking get pissed off.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
It is. It's funny. Like,
By the way, Jay, I'd never want you to show your face because I don't want to know what your face looks like. So please don't. I hate it. I hate it when YouTube channels who don't have to show their face. It's fucking idiotic.
Do it like 10
It's
years
just like,
later. What if I need to do something for like a skit or something? Or like your Punisher thing. I need to show up for that. How do I show up with that? With just like without my mask?
we'll tattoo your face.
Tattoo my face? Just to be able to tell. It's not gonna hide very much.
Well, you're gonna be shattered in darkness, remember?
Put a mask on my like a bandana or something around my mouth, and then a hat, like a backwards hat or some shit on my head. So that way you're only showing the eyes, which I've shown. You can see my eyes easily. That's the only part you can really see. Since I've been close up to the camera, you can definitely see my eyes. And parts of my mouth if you look at the Skull Kid outfit. Because that thing falls down a few times sometimes when I'm recording and I don't notice it.
Yeah, dude.
But that doesn't happen often, and you don't have enough time to actually look. Like, you can't tell enough. But anyway, Christopher Lee is kick-ass, of course. And Harker is kind of worried, since I'm assuming that in this version of vampires, when they bite you, you turn, not like... Or maybe
not like in Bela Lugosi's version, where you just die.
I mean, if you die blood loss, that's when you turn to a vampire, but... If you drink Dracula's blood, that will also turn you.
My thought always was that when you're bitten, if he doesn't drain all your blood, you turn into a vampire. But if he drains all your blood, you're dead. That's what I always thought.
It just depends. If it's like early stages, you'll have some cons of being a vampire. You can still go out in sunlight and stuff, but you'll be like kind of sort of a vampire. You're not dead yet, but you're still alive technically.
I still want an explanation on why the sun hurts Dracula. I've been waiting for that for like 100 years.
That came from like, well, actually, technically, I think the first version to do it was Nosferatu, but the first the first big version to do it was Dracula, since Nosferatu was like has different names originally. Yeah.
It's a freaking... Nosferatu's like an indie film back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at how good it looks, dude.
Yeah.
It didn't even have black and white, dude. It wasn't even in black and white.
Hey, it's public domain. We can do a reaction review of that completely.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. We could do a reaction. You know, we could put in clips, dog. Let's do that shit.
We'll do that. We can do that easily. We can do a fucking commentary I can put on the screen. I would have to make sure the audio isn't too loud so you can hear us. You know, but that's about it.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
yeah, dude. Let's do that
public domain
shit.
stuff is completely different compared to other stuff. Like other stuff, I can't show the full fucking movie. You know, because I'll get copyrighted like a motherfucker.
Like literally, guys, I was so good at doing the House of a Thousand Corpses Sid Haig thing at the beginning. They literally copy-striked us. They also copy-striked the My Bloody Valentine podcast, which I thought we couldn't.
Yeah.
That one we couldn't get away with because, of course, we put in Jax's tribute thing.
Yeah, that one makes sense. I'm fine with a copyright for that one. Whatever.
Imagine if we get copyrighted for the Night of the Living Dead podcast.
Well, they can't keep it for very long. I know there are companies that will copyright you for fair use, so they can just get a little bit of extra cash, but it won't stick at all. They can't make it stick since it's public domain. Unless this is a specific version of Night of the Living Dead, I guess, technically. I'm not sure exactly if other versions of Night of the Living Dead are copyrighted. That might be a little different.
The remake is copyrighted, and
Oh
I
yeah, that
believe
is.
the end color version I also think is copyrighted, but I do not know
I know the only
100%.
Dracula movie of the Hammer series, the only one that's public domain is Satanic Rites. There's only one public domain. Which, if you see it in public domain, I think it's called... Oh god, what is that called? It's something. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a different name. It's...
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but it's public domain, so anybody could see that movie. Warner Brothers should put
Yeah.
that on the streaming service. Actually, I think Shudder could do it too, since, it's public domain. I think actually Tubi has it on theirs. You can watch that for free, but it's
Dude,
in shit
everybody
quality.
could put it on their streaming service, even freaking Disney if they wanted it, dude.
Disney is pussies, but... I mean, they could
Disney is a
do
pussy
it.
and don't want to show no blood.
Nope. They're actually censoring, like, cleavage and shit. Which is... They shouldn't do that. Like, they got fucking
Dude,
Marvel
cleavage
and
is
shit, and
great,
they're
dude.
fucking censoring cleavage. That's not right. Don't do that.
Dude, you know how much cleavage Iron Man movies do? That could fill up an entire movie.
Yeah. But anyway,
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
Renfield, he
I like
goes to
that
kill...
streaming service.
What?
It's a good thing I don't watch that streaming service.
Disney Plus app. We'll talk about Disney Plus in a different video.
Oh, come on, dude. This is a fucking podcast. Let's continue.
Alright.
Let's talk about how shit Disney Plus is.
Simpsons, I'll give a big example. Don't watch Simpsons on Disney Plus. Don't do it. Just don't. A lot of the stuff is cut off. So many of the visual gags, you can't see them anymore. So just buy the goddamn DVDs. They don't even have the Michael Jackson episode on there, which is bullshit. They shouldn't. The thing about that is, you don't get rid of a full-out episode and don't include it on a set, because collectors, they want that episode, okay? They don't care the background. They just want that episode. They want the complete season. They don't want one episode cut. Plus, that episode's good.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's so much crappiness with Disney Plus. I mean, like, seriously. Like, I can name you movies that aren't on Disney Plus, then they're all. Like, seriously, dude.
Yeah. I mean, there are some good exclusive
Okay,
shows.
rant over. You think rant over?
Yeah, I think ran over. But HBO Max, at least that has the balls to have R-rated movies. That at least has balls and has more variety. Because Disney...
HBO is such a good goddamn company, dude. I'm so happy HBO exists.
Well, the only problem with it is that's owned by Warner
I am
Brothers.
kind of surprised that Elmo exists on HBO, though. I was like, if Elmo was a true HBO, it would be full of drugs, sex, and guns. Could you imagine just Elmo being a drug kingpin? It's like,
you want these drugs?
Damn it.
I can't do an Elmo
You want these
impression.
drugs? I can't do an Elmo either, but dude.
It's close enough. It's not Elmo. It's more like Mr. Hanky. It's my Mr. Hanky voice. Howdy!
But yeah, dude, it would be fucking hilarious.
Yeah. It would be like what's that one movie? Fuck. One of the puppets that's rated R. I don't know what it's called, but
Oh,
it'd be
fuck
like
that movie, dude. That movie fucking sucks, dude. Don't bring that shit up.
I'm not, but it's a fine idea. It's just not good
It's a
execution.
good idea, not executed well.
There's good ideas, then there's not execute good ideas. But anyway, Harker, well, he gets screwed over, and he decides to kill the bride first, which, not a good idea. She was the weak one. You kill the strong one first, then you kill the weak one, just in case. But if he killed Dracula,
Like
this movie wouldn't happen.
like this scene is good, but the editing in it kind of confused me. But now I kind of appreciate it because it kind of tricks you into thinking that he's killing Dracula first.
Well, you see Dracula in the other coffin, so I knew it wasn't Dracula. Did you not see? Well, well, actually, it's probably better for you.
I didn't see him.
You didn't see it, then that makes it better, I guess. But sadly, she turns into an old lady, so You can't look at her titties when she's dead, Heartbreaker. I know you wanted to, but you can't. She's an old lady now. I'm sorry.
Hey, man. Oldies are goldies.
Have you ever seen that South Park episode where they dig up their Kyle's grandma? Fucking, that's what you do. That's what they think you do. I don't.
I don't do shit, bro. And if you do, you can't prove it. So get the fuck out of here.
Well, you should be glad I can't prove it. If I could.
You can't prove shit. You fucking white ass detective.
White ass Texan? Is that what you about to say?
A white ass detective.
Detective. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I'm not a good detective.
Hello, detective.
But anyway, so now we got Van Helsing played by Peter Cushing, which best Van Helsing, I think. He's the best Van Helsing. He's really good. And the Van Helsing in the Universal Monster movie is really good too, but I think he does a better job. You know? He's very different to his portrayal as Frankenstein. You can completely tell the different characters. That's one good thing about Peter Cushing, you know? They're two very different characters. Now, he only shows up in like 4 of the movies, though. For Dracula. And only 2 of them are technically the original Van Helsing.
Yeah, I love Van Helsing. I especially like him in this movie. I do prefer him in the original, but that's because
Shit,
the original Van Helsing is also in the original Mummy, which is great. I love that movie.
Well, actually, he's in Peter Cushing is actually in the Mummy remake that they Hammer did. It's technically a remake.
Fucking stupid ass cars. I wish there were horses now.
Like, I get, like, every single time, it's really annoying recording. Right now, I don't think it's too bad, but that's because I'm not paying attention. And sometimes you can actually still hear the goddamn car sound in the background. Ugh.
Dude, they gives it more realism, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
When we have
we
have our own studio where we do these things and we like record ourselves. It's gonna be awesome if we have some drive-by music and we all just shout out, "Fuck you, you faggot, bitch."
Every once in a while, you'll probably see a blooper like for me saying "fucking cars." Actually, I do that more with audio since I don't like audio is a little different. Since I can cut that shit out most of the time. With
because you're an audio wizard.
Yeah, I'm better with audio than I am with recording with the camera. I don't even have a goddamn tripod right now, which I wish I had a fucking tripod. The camera is shit.
I don't have a tripod.
Well, yeah, you don't have a camera.
I do got a camera. It's called my phone camera, dude.
Yeah.
It can record in 720p, which was the high standard back in 2012.
Mine is 1080. So, bitch,
Screw 1080.
I got upgraded. I did record
1080
my
and 720. There's no difference between 1080 and 720.
Yeah.
I've looked.
There are a few differences, but it's not big enough. Now, 360 compared to 720, that's a big difference. That shit's, like, blurry. Like, you watch VHS, I think, is 360, if I remember correctly. Or, I think DVD is 420.
But hey, at least they look good.
Yeah.
At least they're not fucking blurry like on YouTube.
Well, VHS is blurry, but DVD isn't.
VHS is not blurry. Well, when was the last time you saw a VHS tape, Jay?
A couple years ago. I needed to grow my VHS collection. I only own one.
Okay,
still.
well I have more VHS than you, and I've watched VHS tapes like 2 months ago, so I have more authority on this master than you ever will. So I say they're not blurry.
Oh yeah, but compared to like Blu-ray, they are. It's been a long time since I've seen a VHS tape. But I will say the VHS tapes really have a charm to them. VHS is charming. Then
That's
DVD
why
menus are really
Target
cool.
made that exclusive Stranger Things VHS tape.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Target made that exclusive thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Is that all you're gonna say? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep talking,
It's the
Colton.
best part of
Fill
my
out this
vocabulary.
podcast.
It's the best part of my vocabulary. That and fuck. Fuck, shit, bitch, fuck, ass, bitch. Lots of bitches.
Okay, let's get back to Christopher Lee.
Van Helsing talks to the townsfolk, which here you see it. They're scared.
Finally.
Yeah. Hey, it's only 27
This scene should have been in the beginning of the movie.
They talk about that this scene technically did happen. They just didn't show it.
So do we know if they filmed it?
Scars of Dracula. Scars of Dracula. They actually show something similar to this, and it's at the beginning or beginning-ish.
So Jay, I have a question about the beginning. Did they actually film that, or did they just?
They wrote it, I think, but they didn't have the budget to shoot it. This movie is pretty low budget.
Man, I would have never expected this movie is low budget, dude. I mean, it's one of like the first movies in color, dude.
Yeah, well, compared to other movies, it has a higher budget, but for a movie, it's a low budget.
How much did they make it for?
I'm not sure. I haven't looked. They definitely filmed it for more than they did Curse of Frankenstein. That was probably lower budget.
But Curse of Frankenstein had the beauty of having an amazing director and not a...
I think it's the same director.
Really?
I think Curse of Frankenstein, this movie, I think. It might be a different director, but I know most of the crew is the same. Like, most of the crew. Like, in Hammer is very similar to Universal. Like, they don't really have continuity like Universal. Like, Universal has some continuity, but they rarely follow it completely. Same with Hammer. And then they'll reuse actors and all that. They're very similar in ways.
Yeah, dude, but the reason why Universal redid actors is because they didn't want to pay anybody. They were greedy fucks, dude. Universal have always been greedy fucks.
Well, Universal produced some of these movies. Them and Warner Brothers mainly. Actually, there are a bunch of Universal DVDs for Hammer, but they're not the best Hammer movies. They're not good sets. My suggestion is buy a 4-pack with, I think it's mostly Dracula, and then there's some with Frankenstein as well. Those are good packs.
Jay, what you should tell these guys to do. So do not listen to Jay, okay? He is not a collector. I am a collector.
Well, no, buy them singularly.
What you do is if you want to buy the Hammer movies, you buy each set. Then, once you have them all, you watch them in order from which they came out.
Oh, that's going to be a little difficult.
Order.
That would be that's way more difficult than Universal Monster Horror movies. There are so goddamn many. It'd be very difficult to do. So just my suggestion is stick with series for this. Universal, you can watch
just
them
stick
all.
with the good Hammer films like Dracula, Horror of Dracula, and Curse of Frankenstein.
You didn't
there we
watch Curse. You don't even know if it's that good.
I know it's good.
Because I say so?
Okay, anything starring Dracula, anything starring Frankenstein is good.
But then you said Frankenstein was one of your least favorites.
Frankenstein is one of my favorites, dude. I never said he was my least favorite.
Oh, well, I know you like him, but I thought, I know you for Dracula. But the thing about that movie is
because I prefer somebody doesn't mean I don't love the other person, okay?
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I prefer my girlfriend, but that doesn't mean I prefer my best friend, you know?
Okay, so, the thing about... Here. So that movie... Wait, what was I saying? I just completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. That movie, it's very different to Universal. They couldn't use a flat head since Universal would sue. That's the reason why the monster looks the way it does, if you ever ask. But,
yeah, I know. You can't use a fucking flat head. Like, they could copyright a fucking hairstyle at that point.
Mm-hmm. Universal has a lot... Oh, actually, Universal was going bankrupt at the time. So that's probably one of the reasons why they said, you do this, we take your money. Because they were going bankrupt. Or they were losing money. I think one of these movies actually saved Universal from going bankrupt. One of
I
them,
wish
think.
Universal went bankrupt. Fucking greedy fucks.
Well, they're actually one of the least greedy, I would say. They're the lesser of the of most of them. Still not good.
Listen, just because it's a lesser evil doesn't mean it's not evil, okay? We should snuff out evil wherever it spreads.
Most movie studios are owned by one company, or like there are a bunch of companies. I think of main like 4. Viacom, which owns Paramount and shit like Nickelodeon, shit like that. Warner Brothers, they own New Line, DC, all that shit. Mickey with Disney and all that shit, and I don't know what
Everything else is like indie stuff.
Yeah.
You have the 3 big studios, then you got the indie stuff made by people like us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The people who don't really have a budget, but we still make the film, you know?
Like George Romero and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, I think I think he might have chose a lower budget. Because I think, if I remember right, they said that they wouldn't give him creative control. Which, you gotta have some creative control. You gotta have mostly creative control, like 90%, I would say, like 10% to hold you back from some stuff that isn't good to make sure it's good. You have like 90%, you have that 10%.
At least they didn't give full creative control to Frank Miller.
Yeah. I know Alien 3 is a big example, not letting the director direct. There's not even a director's cut of that movie, since the director fucking hates that movie. Because they didn't let him direct properly. You know?
I mean, there is a director's cut because even though he hated the movie, he still edited it together to
Actually,
make his own
it's called the
preferred
editor's cut, I think. It's not the director's cut. I believe it's not called the director's cut. It's called something cut.
It's like Halloween 6, the producer's cut.
Yeah, but Halloween 6 was a little bit more. Halloween 6
is a lot better. Halloween 6 is a lot more entertaining. So that gives it a pass.
To Alien 3. Alien 3 sucks. And I'd
Yeah,
rather
Alien
watch
3 sucks.
any
That's why I
other
own a
Alien
VHS
movie
tape of
than
it.
that. Like any, not like I meant the Alien series, not like shitty Alien.
No. I would rather watch Alien 3 over any of the prequel Alien movies.
Alright, that makes sense. I think they're better made.
They got a bigger budget, but worse. They destroy the timeline in 1,000 different ways.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Alien and Predator series are both shit now.
Alien vs. Predator is canon, so I guess you technically could consider it canon. It doesn't hurt it, I guess. But
the original doesn't hurt it, but
that one kind of hurts
sequel to Alien.
The first one doesn't hurt it too bad. You can consider it canon, but people say that it's not.
I'm one of the people that actually thinks that most of the movies aren't canon, and I just go with what the comic books tell me because I love the comics.
Okay, let's get back to the movie now. So you were saying that you really like that now they're actually showing the villagers being scared of Dracula.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't they just CGI in the character's face?
This was 1958. That looked fucking...
Dude, there was still blue screen at that time.
It looked terrible, that's for damn sure.
But at least we would have the scenes.
Yeah, but it would be more like a comedy. I know Scars of Dracula actually does it. I think I mentioned this. Scars...
Dead and Loving It.
Yeah. Oh, Dead and Loving It. That's a comedy. That's a full-out comedy. I've never seen the movie, but I'll watch it eventually, maybe. So anyway, Van Helsing goes to the castle, and Dracula, I'm assuming, is in the coffin that they take away, so... Damn, they took away Dracula, and Van Helsing was so close. But anyway, he finds the bride of Dracula, I guess you can say she is. And also Van Helsing, or not Van Helsing, Jonathan Harker, who turned into a vampire in this version. Which is a definite change. It's a definite change.
Yeah, dude.
He dies.
It's always good. It's always good to see changes.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point of making a new Dracula film if you're just gonna make it exactly like the original? You know, I might as well just watch the original. You
Yeah,
know,
it's kind of like the Psycho
which
remake. Like, you make it so
no,
close.
no, dude, no, you can't say that about the Psycho remake. Okay, fuck you. No, 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 no. Screw that movie. Okay, I'm
Well,
not
no, I was
talking
saying it's
about it.
like the Psycho remake. Like, you don't watch the Psycho remake, you just watch the original. You might as well watch the original. That's what I was saying.
Okay, okay, that's what you said.
And you can
I
watch the remake. If we do the podcast, I'll probably watch the remake just so I can make fun of
no,
that too. We'll do both,
no.
okay? Since they're both the
I don't, I
exact
don't,
same.
I don't want to, dude.
Well, you don't have to watch
I,
the
I,
remake. I can.
okay, okay.
You watch the original,
Let's,
I'll watch the remake. That would work better.
let's, let's do a remake podcast, but we only watch the original.
Well, that's what you can do. I'll watch the remake just because.
Dude, that podcast will be fun as fuck, dude. Destroying
Yeah,
that fucking movie.
destroying that movie, but praising the original. Actually, that
Yeah,
movie
dude.
is how old is that movie? 60 years old now. So we technically could do a podcast on that.
No, that movie was made in 1990, dude.
I was talking about the original.
The original was made in 1960. That's
Yeah.
like 70 years ago.
60. 60 years. I said 60 years, not 70.
No. If in the 1980s Friday 13th came out, it's on like its 40th. Oh wait, fuck, I'm wrong. I thought Friday 13th was on its 80th anniversary. I can't do fucking
What?
math.
You can't do fucking math at all. I know the Wolfman
Shit,
next
dude.
year is 70 years old.
Damn it. Fuck.
There's lots of movies.
Well, yeah,
that are
dude.
Anniversaries. I like.
Dude,
anniversary
Bollywood
movies.
did the remake of Psycho, dude. We should do that. It's not like the original. I hear it's actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm. The sequels to Psycho are pretty good.
Yeah, dude. We need to do a whole entire like podcast series on that series.
What, Bates Motel?
No, an entire series on the Psycho series.
Oh, of course. We'll review them. Don't you worry. We'll review every fucking thing. So he goes to talk. Van Helsing goes to talk to Arthur, who wasn't even in the Universal movie. They cut him out. And one thing that is very confusing, you probably noticed this, but Mina and Lucy are switched around. Lucy is married to Harker, and Mina is married to Renfield. It's the opposite, kind of. The opposite names, the opposite person they're dating. It's just weird.
I didn't notice that.
It's a weird change to change around the characters' names and who they're married or who they're engaged to. It's a weird to change their names. I don't know why they do it, but they do it in a few versions, so it makes their names kind of confusing at times. Like
It's
people
like,
will
oh
probably
my
be
god, I was trying to watch every Dracula movie. What the fuck? This is so fucking confusing.
confused. Just watch all the Draculas. I mean, there's some pretty shitty Dracula movies.
Especially there's a Hansel and Gretel versus Dracula or something like that.
What? Fuck.
There's a Bonnie and Clyde versus Dracula movie from 2006.
I
It's
know
good.
there's Billy the Kid, I think, versus Dracula. And there's a bunch of other shit. Like, any characters in public domain, there are gonna be some shitty movies about them. Bullshit.
But they're awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, they can be. I mean, movies like this are really good.
Dude, I need to see Billy the Kid versus Dracula, dude. Those made in the 60s, dude. It's
Yeah,
gotta be good.
I think
Back,
that might be on Shudder. Maybe
it's on Tubi.
it's on Tubi. Okay, I was thinking it might be on Shudder. I know there's one Dracula movie on Shudder. I'm not sure what it is though. I'd have to look. There's lots of movies that they should put on Shudder that they probably could get. There's lots of movies they could get, but they don't put it on because I don't know reasons.
Just buy the fucking movies, Jay. It's gonna last you longer in the long
Yeah,
run.
I know.
Dude.
I own most of the movies that I watch on streaming services, to be completely honest. But I'm just too lazy. Plus, my PS3 is all fucked up, so I can barely even watch movies. on I should probably
Get a PlayStation 4, dude.
I do have a PlayStation 4. I just can't watch it on there most of the time.
Move out of your house, bitch.
I should. But anyway, so Mina, I think it's just Mina. Maybe Arthur talks to her too. Mina and Arthur talk to Lucy. God damn it, that's gonna confuse the fuck out of me with the names.
So guys, listen here. We have the greatest moment in horror child acting that comes in this film.
Oh, the kid.
Talk about the child.
Oh.
Yeah, talk about the kid. She's like the worst actor I think I've ever seen, dude.
She's so cute, though. That's the only thing about her.
Fucking pedophile.
No, I didn't mean that way. I didn't mean that way.
I know. I'm joking.
But actually, Lucy is very similar to Todd. She acts like a child. She really does. Later on, when she's a vampire, she's like, "You want to play little girl?" I don't know her name. She's very similar to a child, but anyway, Dracula bites her because she wants it, which is actually one thing the censors really didn't like. They didn't like that the victim liked it and wanted Dracula to bite him. They hated that, probably more than the gore.
Well, censors can go fuck themselves, dude.
Well, yeah, they put the stuff back in the movie. I mean, you can tell, but yeah, they put it back in the movie. They actually put a credit to it in the beginning. What does it say? A restoration thanks to YCM Liberations and Warner Brothers Technical Operations. Luckily, they were able to have it.
Yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm. So anyway,
but yeah, it's kind of because you know some women would love to be the bride of Dracula, you know, because women love the power guy, you know. So it kind of makes sense that not all of Dracula's victims would not want it, you know.
Yeah. Well, at first they probably don't want it, but after he does it one time, actually in a later scene when Dracula bites Mina, I guess I don't know the deal part. Mina, when he eventually gets her, she acts like she's really happy, and the director told her, act like you had the best sex of your life. That's a good direction, isn't
really?
It? Mm-hmm.
That's fucking amazing direction,
I
dude.
know, it's great direction.
Best direction.
Best direction ever. But anyway, Van Helsing was reading Harker's diary. Yeah, Harker. I almost said, I was thinking of Renfield. Anyway, Harker's diary, and he is also listening to weaknesses of a vampire, which sunlight, which is one thing I do have a problem with. Vampires are too underpowered most of the time. Not all the time, but if they're weak to light and they need to go in their coffin right when the sun goes up, that's too weak, okay? It's just way too weak. They should not have to go to bed, but they should have to sleep in their coffin.
What should happen, and this is what I like about most vampire video games, what happens is if you're out in sunlight, your powers are weakened, but you do not die. Mm-hmm. It's like you don't have super strength or super speed, but you can still live, breathe, and you can still bite people during the day. It's just you don't have the same power as you have during the night. So it would be more beneficial for you to just sleep during the day, come out at night, and you would have more power.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's way better, I would say. It does make sense that vampires are weak to crosses, though. That makes sense. Stakes. Well, anything gets a stake to the heart, it's probably gonna die. You know, that makes sense. And silver's also weaknesses. Vampires are pretty much weak.
The thing with me is...
Okay, go.
Is you can turn anything into a cross.
Yeah.
It's just like, the thing is, it should be like certain things are counted as crosses.
It only works
vampires.
if you believe in it. You have to believe in the cross. You don't have to technically believe in God, I think, but you have to believe in the good.
I don't believe in the cross, so I would be dead.
No, as long as you believe in the goodness of the cross, it symbolizes good, triumphing over evil. That's pretty much what it signifies.
Yeah, the Bible has more killing than almost any fictional story
ever,
so...
The Bible is fucked up. There's lots of shit that people don't follow.
God kills a God kills a king's firstborn son because the king didn't want to submit. I mean, like, fuck, dude.
God's fucked up. We all know this. But
Yeah, dude.
vampires are, in most iterations that are weak to sunlight, they're pretty much just weakened versions of or weakened versions of werewolves. Except werewolves only transform at night. Vampires technically have the power all day, but they're weak to sunlight.
Yeah, dude.
So,
But I just think it weird how, like, most vampire stories, like, you instantly get into sunlight, you just come on fire. Fuck.
Actually, there are a bunch of ways to kill vampires in this series that you'll see. Like, crossing water. So pretty much, vampires are weak to fucking water. Like I think demons are weak to that too.
All I need is a water bottle. I should be like, there you go.
Oh no, it has to be like crossing water, like a stream. I don't know why, but a stream. Also, the stuff that Jesus had on his head, they're also weak to that, which also makes sense. Good over evil, I'm assuming. That would make some sense.
Holy water would make sense.
Yeah, holy water. Garlic, I guess it makes sense, but not completely. I mean, why garlic?
Because Dracula, of course, likes his good food, and garlic does not. Nothing made with garlic is good food, you know?
Garlic in this? Yeah. I like garlic sometimes, but I'm not weak into garlic. If I taste garlic, I'm not like, garlic. I mean, I'll eat garlic.
Yeah, dude.
I won't eat garlic on its own, but I'll eat garlic.
It's kind of funny, dude, how many things, but you know, for Dracula, he's already like a powerhouse. You know, he has super sprint, he has super speed, super strength.
He's always
super
really
healing,
powerful, but he has weaknesses.
He's like over 1,000 years old, so he's one of the smartest people in all of the universe. So you need things to be able to take him down, so he's not a Gary Stu, you know?
Yeah. Well, vampires, it makes sense why most vampires are stronger. I think the main reason why Dracula's strongest is because he's so old.
Yeah, because you know, you may be stronger. I do think there are vampires stronger than Dracula. It's just they are not smarter than Dracula.
I think vampires that are born to be vampires, like the son of Dracula, he'd probably be stronger than Dracula since he was born that way, and he is the son of one of the most powerful vampires. So I think he should technically be more powerful. Because he's
because of Dracula's like superior intelligence, because Dracula has lived for like what, at least 1,000 years in every continuity.
Mm-hmm. Around that.
So he knows.
Vlad the imp. I can't say the word. Whatever. Vlad. He's Vlad. Vlad the Impaler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude.
He's really old. That's why he has the edge over most vampires. But Dracula dies and gets brought back so many times. If you just put like a little bit of blood on his ashes, boom, comes back to life.
Yeah, dude. That's why you throw his ashes in the garbage.
Yep. You spread them all over the fucking place. And then also...
No, dude. If you spread them all over the place, there's a chance some blood could get caught in them. You know, you can't just throw his ashes into the wind, or else somebody coughing, Dracula's ashes could go down his mouth and into his throat and then get the blood.
That's true. That's true.
Which would be a badass scene.
That'd actually be a really cool way to bring him back.
It would be like some guy who's coughing, and then just we see some ashes go down his throat, and then the guy just explodes, and Dracula comes back. Some guy
snorts it like it's like it's cocaine or something.
Yeah, dude.
That'd actually be a cool scene.
Oh shit, dude! Oh shit! Yeah, this fucking high! Oh god!
Then I guess
Dracula just starts
turn into Dracula, or I guess Dracula would come out of him, kind of like Freddy's Revenge or some shit like that. Now that'd be actually a badass scene.
No, I was thinking more of a Mortal Kombat 11 fatality. You know how he just explodes, and then he just comes out.
Oh, cool character that would be for Mortal Kombat would be Dracula. He'd be badass in Mortal Kombat. They technically could do it.
Dude, but most of the arenas have sun in them.
Well, they'd have to have a version where he, he's just weaken the son, or a ring that makes it so he's not weak, or something like that. Give it like a story or something. Like give him a reason.
Yeah.
He's not weak. And then during this, Peter Cushing is reading Harker's diary, and later on, I'll just say this now. But actually, vampires in this can't turn to bats or werewolves, since like vampires can turn to werewolves in most. I think actually in Lugosi, he also turns into werewolf, but they don't show it. So he can.
I thought he just turned into a wolf. I thought the thing is that werewolves can turn into like humanoid werewolf hybrids, and I thought Dracula could turn into any
he
animal.
turns into more like
if he wanted to, he could turn into a duck. You know?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can turn into duck. Maybe in some iterations, I don't know. But he's more close to the American Werewolf in London look of werewolves, where werewolves are closer to the howling kind of werewolves. I'll give that analogy, I guess. But anyway, so Cushing talks to himself still, and Mina is kind of sick. Or wait, Lucy's sick. God damn these names. And Van Helsing kind of worried.
The fucking names, dude!
Yeah,
the names! The names!
Get out of me! Goddamn names! Confuse the fuck out of me. I think Van Helsing's confused with him too. But anyway, he's gonna see Mina, and yeah, he sees those bite marks. That's not good. That's not good at all. So he tells him to put garlic and shit near her bed, just so he can't get in there, you know? Because, you know, you probably should do that. But later on here, I'm trying to remember. Okay, later on, yeah, the maid, she says fuck that, and just opens everything because she asks, and she says she can't breathe, and because of that, Lucy dies. Which, dumbass maid. They should have said specifically, do not do this under any
the kitchen where she belonged.
Don't
she wouldn't have died.
Because of her, she died. And later on in the movie, she's actually did something else stupid too. This bitch shouldn't listen to people.
Broad.
Unless vampires can
The broad should have made me a sandwich. Maybe she wouldn't be still alive.
Unless vampires can maybe compel people, but I don't think Lucy really compelled her. She just talked her into it. I think she's just stupid. She's just stupid. She's just stupid.
I mean, most women are stupid, so I won't deny that fact. I'm joking.
I know you are. I think actually, no, I know there's no shot of Dracula. That's right. So anyway, she's dead. She's dead. They didn't.
This is so not an SJW podcast, dude.
Yeah, we better not become that.
Dude, if we ever do, please quit.
I will. I'm not doing that. No fucking way. If we ever review the Ghostbusters remake, we are going to be hard as shit on that. I don't care what fucking feminists say. They can kiss my ass. That movie's shit. I don't care that it's women. I was actually for them. I was completely for them changed to women, but they fucked it up with their comedy. They made it shit. That's the reason why I don't like the movie, because it's shit. Not that it's women. I'm not a fucking women hater or anything. So don't say that I am.
I'll commit. I'm a women hater, dude. Yeah. Fuck women, dude. Well, even though, like, basically my favorite character is a fucking woman. So, screw you.
Yeah, I know.
One of my favorite characters in all fiction is a woman, so how can I be a woman hater, dude?
I know Black Christmas remake. That was also hurt by feminist shit.
Terrible fucking comedy.
Yeah. Terrible. I would say that's worse than the 2006 movie. I haven't watched it,
but 2006 is actually good, dude. I mean, it's got a lot of good blood.
It has some good things in it. Like, it has too many eyeballs, but it has some good elements.
Eyeballs are a plus, dude.
Well, yeah, but it has too many similar
Take a shot every single time you see an eyeball.
You'd probably be dead.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, you do the next scene, I think. Here, I'll give you a hint on what the next scene is. So anyway, the little girl's talking about how she saw Aunt Lucy in the forest. and she's so sad. She's not too bad here. She's not terrible. For a little girl, she's not too bad. Arthur read the diary, so he knows what the fuck happened. And he sees his sis ain't in the grave. She's out and about. Which, in the original Universal Monsters, they don't get into what happened to Lucy. They don't even talk about her after they say that Mina saw her come back from the dead. They don't get into that. Which, I kind of wish they would have. Actually, there's a few things that are actually cut out of, like, in the VHS of the original Universal movie. There's actually scenes, like, that were cut out. But it was never put into the DVD or anything like that. For some reason. Even though Frankenstein got that shit put back in the DVD. What the fuck,
That's because
Universal?
Frankenstein had actually good scenes.
What, the need to be cut back? Well, yeah, but there's a few stuff, like, compared to, like, in the original, Dracula, originally, you can hear him, like, there's a sound of him getting the stake in his heart. But you don't hear that in the Blu-ray or DVD. So that movie's probably best watched on, VHS. Actually,
VHS!
Watch all the Universal movies on VHS, to be completely honest. It's probably the best way to watch them.
Except for Frankenstein, dude. Frankenstein has, like, one scene.
Well, actually, I think they're actually in the VHS. Maybe? I'm not sure.
No, they're not, dude.
They're not?
No,
Okay,
no, no.
sure.
They were put back in during the 1980s. So if you get a VHS tape before that, it's not.
Okay, before that, but there are VHS tapes of the movie from after.
Yes.
Yeah. So as long as you get the right VHS tape, you're all good. So anyway, I'll set the scene up for you. You talk about it. So Lucy is taking the little girl up to the graveyard. You talk about it.
Do you want me to talk about what happens after?
You can talk about whatever. Talk about what happens.
I have no idea what happened.
Damn, you gotta take like notes. You gotta take notes. You know.
Yeah, I do. I'm sorry, Brent. Can you
It's
talk about it?
I'll do it. Don't worry. So anyway, Arthur is there too. He was in the graveyard too, and yeah, she is a vampire, definitely, for sure. And but Van Helsing is there to save him and puts the cross on her head, which actually is pretty cool that they actually show the cross like burn her head, which is actually really cool. The show, I always like effects like that. Show the burning of the vampires when they have crosses. So then, she just goes back into her grave, because that's pretty much the only place you can go. The sun's going up. She probably would have been screwed, even if she wasn't allergic to sunlight. She'd probably be fucked, pretty much. They'd be able to kill her easy. But,
yeah, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, they do kill her. They put the stake through her heart, which actually I think is a pretty bloody scene. It's probably one of the bloodier ones, if I remember right. It was either that or the bride that was bloodier. I can't remember. After this, the little girl doesn't come back, by the way. This is her last scene. Doesn't come back. Isn't mentioned after this. So.
I love this last scene. She was like, she took me into the graveyard.
Yeah, and then
I was
actually
like, dude,
Cushing
the child
really
acting
nice.
is so good. The child acting is so good, dude. No, it's not. It's shit.
Cushing is actually really good
sorry.
in the scene, though. Cushing is like really good to the little girl. He's like, here, you're like a big teddy bear. He's like so different to Frankenstein. Frankenstein wouldn't give a fuck. He'd be like, fuck you, little girl. He wouldn't give a fuck. He'd just probably slap her. Or some shit like that. Get a hold of yourself, woman. Or little girl, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Dude, that was the funniest scene in the movie where what was it, Dr. Helsing?
Oh,
like,
Van
grabs the woman
Helsing
and then
slaps the
her?
maid. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just like, dumb broad. Snap out of it.
That's a little bit of Frankenstein in him. He has a little bit of Frankenstein in him, but not much.
Dude, that actor is great.
Yeah, Peter Cushing is the best. Or are you talking about the maid?
Of course, I'm talking about the maid. The maid that's in the movie for less than 2 minutes. Of course, I'm talking about her. What else?
The maid is the best actor in the movie, clearly.
Dude, do you know if that child is still alive? The child in this movie? She probably is.
I'll look it up.
She would have to be in her 60s, right?
I don't have my phone right now, so I'll look at this later. But she might be alive? Well, this did come out in 1958, and she's probably around 8. So she probably would have been born in 1950. So that would be about 70-ish, is my guess. So she could be
Dude,
still
we can
alive.
still get her on this podcast, dude. Come on, let's email her.
Get everybody
Hey,
on the
we
fucking
would like.
podcast. You want everybody on this, don't you?
Yo, dude, if we get some person on this podcast, more people will recognize us as
Yeah.
a legit podcast, dude.
I'd love to have collaborations with other people on YouTube, but like get fucking
Not Cody
Stitch.
Leach, not Drum Dums, not blah blah
None
blah.
of them.
At least not Cody Leach. I don't like him.
Oh, I thought you liked him.
When did you get that impression? I say I hate him in most of my videos.
Oh, you do? I thought you. Oh, okay. I thought you liked him. Okay.
I like Drum Dums. You must have got them confused.
Oh, I
love
thought you
Drum
said
Dums.
you liked. I thought you said you didn't like Drum Dums. Okay.
You're confused.
Okay, whatever. That makes. I guess. But whatever, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It's not like he's gonna listen to this and go screw you on Twitter.
You'll get any, but we'll get even if you don't like the person, I'll get him on here.
If you get him on here, I get to trash him. Okay, I get to talk shit to him.
Well, you have to tell him jokingly. You can't be like an asshole, you know?
Hey, what's up, you big face pussy?
He'd probably just joke around with you, to be honest. Like, you'd be a smart ass to any of the guests. Just don't be an asshole. You can't be an asshole to people. That's the only rule in this podcast.
But I am an
You can't be
asshole, dude.
You gotta be an ass, not an asshole.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay, continue with the movie, please.
I'm joking with you. So anyway, she's dead now, and, you know, good over evil. The, evil is stricken from her when she dies. She loses the, crossburn, which is symbolizing she's now good and dead. I guess that's what it symbolizes, I don't know. But anyway, this is the scene where,
This is basically, guys, let me explain, Jay. This is basically a filler scene to give you a bunch of information on what they're going to do to go after Dracula. Then they go after Dracula, and the movie's over. Good night. Ow.
Hey, you
I
can't
put my
end it like
head
that.
through the door.
That's too anticlimactic.
I know.
Fuck. God damn it, I forgot the name again. Fucking Mina. God damn it, these names are confusing me. Mina has to go down to, I guess it's a place where, they have the, grave. And they go to talk to this one guy who's definitely dead by now. He's fucking looks sick as shit during this. He's like coughing and shit. He's like very old and he gets bribed. Very old man. It's actually kind of fun scene to watch though.
Yeah, dude.
He's a fun
Dude. Imagine if that old man was like, Bela Lugosi, like a reference to the Universal. Dude, that would be hilarious.
Oh, having Bela Lugosi. Actually, the first Hammer movie actually has Bela Lugosi in it. The first feature film has Bela Lugosi. Star.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But I think it would have been cool to like see a cameo from the original Dracula.
Oh, that'd be cool, but they'd probably be sued. They probably would. Universal would not like that at all. Universal.
Why? It's just an actor.
It's an actor, but they'd still be pissed. They'd be fucking.
That's because Universal sucked.
Yeah. Hopefully, Halloween Kills get its fucking theatrical release. Universal. I understand why movies are being direct to video right now, but have it in theaters, please. The one time I actually might be able to see the movie in theaters. Just don't have it direct to video. Or have it simultaneous. That I'm fine with. That's different. Because people still get to see it in theaters, and they get to see it on DVD if they don't feel like paying too much money. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. We all know.
But the good thing is, my favorite franchise isn't going to be getting a new movie until 2 more years, so I don't give a fuck.
What franchise?
Texas Chainsaw.
Okay. They're making a new one?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? What even about?
It's a remake of the original.
Oh, it's a remake?
Kaylin, I need to... I'm talking to my friend, okay?
Ugh. Oh, another remake. Hey, Texas Chainsaw. Like, I'm
It's
not
a
a big fan of
remake
Texas
of
Chainsaw
the
3.
the original. It's another remake, and it's produced by the guy who made Evil Dead, the remake of Evil
Okay.
Dead.
So it's a
I
remake,
believe it's
right?
also written. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
remake.
I was just making sure. Alright, so that I'm fine with. If it's directed from Evil Dead, actually, I like the Evil Dead remake. That's actually a really good movie. It's not as good as the original 3, but it's a good movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Dracula rises from his grave and bites Mina as she had the best sex of her life. Ooh yeah, she has that face.
Yeah.
She has that face of having a nice night. Or a nice couple minutes. I'm not sure exactly how long she was out. But anyway,
that's the look that women do not give me.
yeah, you're 1 and out.
Shut up.
Okay, I'll give you a little credit. Maybe 2.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Hey, if I wasn't being nice, I would say 30 seconds, okay?
Are you fucking kidding? At least I'm 30 and you're 15.
Hey, I'm 1 minute at least.
Ugh,
I know
1 minute at
ways to
least.
be able to keep longer, okay?
Yeah, whatever you fucking say, Jack.
I know how to satisfy.
We're totally cutting this out. I don't want this.
If you say I'm gonna cut it out, then I'm not.
You do as I say, okay? I am your master, okay, Jay?
I am the master. This is my channel. I can make you say the
Okay.
most shitty things. I can take things out of context. I can make you an asshole.
I'm already an asshole. Why would that change anything? These words were taken completely out of context.
You're a piece
Why
of...
am I still getting hate? Why am I still getting hate?
You probably get a bunch of fucking hate. People probably fucking hate you. Look at this fucking asshole.
Dude, there's legit a guy who wants to kill me at school, dude. I'm scared.
Yeah.
Little pussy will never come up and actually do nothing. Little bitch.
Well, you can't just go after school. Get him after school. He won't do it. He's a fucking pussy.
Get him after school in the parking lot.
Record it. So anyway,
Nah.
she doesn't want to touch that cross, but she does, and she ends up getting burned, meaning that Dracula got to her. Oh no! But actually,
Oh no!
oh no! Damn. But anyway, she's in the early stages. The cross burns her, but that's about it. She's not allergic to sunlight, or she might be a little bit, but it's not gonna hurt. It might sting.
Why do you always say allergic to sunlight?
Well, they're allergic to
They're
sunlight,
not
okay?
sneezing.
It's
They're not sneezing in the sunlight, dude.
There's deathly allergic to things, you know.
Definitely allergic.
Yeah.
They don't get boils on themselves when the sun comes up, dude.
I just
I
say
need to fucking fix
it's
my
a
goddamn
joke,
hair,
okay?
dude.
It's a joke of being allergic to sunlight.
Okay, it's a joke.
Yeah, I just say it out
Continue.
of I don't know why I say it, but anyway,
In this one-off Dracula movie back in the early '90s, they say that Dracula is allergic to sunlight, and that's where I got it from.
Well, technically, he is allergic to sunlight in the book because he's weakened. You know, he's allergic. He's clearly allergic. But in this, he's
Okay,
deathly
cool. Continue. Let's move on.
He fucking fucked up. But anyway, all the doors are locked again, but not Frankenstein, fuck. Well, he played Frankenstein. But, Dracula was able to get in somehow. It'll be explained later, but here's the scene that was cut, so I'll explain it. You can tell by the footage. It's kind of like, My Bloody Valentine. You can tell it was cut, you know? But anyway,
Yeah.
there's a reason why the scene was cut. It was pretty shitty. I think I said it earlier. The reason why they cut it was because they didn't like that she liked it, okay? She really enjoyed that she did this. That, they pretty much fucked, probably. They didn't show that, but it was cut, sadly.
I wish. I mean, look at Christopher Lee. Who wouldn't want that man?
Yeah.
Especially in that especially in that Dracula makeup, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if I was a woman, I would fucking go crazy.
Yeah. What about old Christopher Lee?
Oh yeah, dude, older Christopher Lee, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, in the later films, I would say his voice is like slightly deeper, which I like deeper voice Christopher Lee. You know, like I'm more used to
like
Christopher
that
Lee even
deep.
having a deep voice.
I like it deep, Christopher Lee. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you like it deep. But sadly, the censors are assholes, fucking ass cocks, ass bitches. I'm gonna say all the fucking words. You can't fucking censor me, you piece of fucking shit. YouTube can't censor me.
YouTube taken down.
I mean, it's not that bad. The cursing in this video isn't that bad. We're not cursing that badly.
Pussy, fuck, shitty, bitch.
Actually, we were
bitch,
talking
pussy,
about fucking pugs getting their eyes
shitty, bitch.
out. Maybe a little bit.
It's a little bit.
It's gonna be
it's nothing major. It's not like we showed it. You know, it's not like we showed it.
Yeah, it's true.
You know.
But anyway, she's fucked up, and they put blood in her body, like Arthur's blood, which they're lucky that his blood type was the same. They're just lucky that it was the same.
Is this the first Dracula movie where they actually show that if you give somebody the blood of a regular person and you give that to a vampire, they turn into a human again?
I don't think she was a vampire, but she was very fucked up. She got fucked by that one. I'm guessing that Dracula was trying to kill with that. So anyway, this is actually
blood takes.
One of the more, like, there's not too much blood. You'll see it later. Like, I think the Frankenstein series actually is bloodier at parts. Like, the Frankenstein series is my preferred. Frankenstein's always been my preferred monster. Him and the Wolfman, I've always liked sympathy in monsters sometimes, but I've also always liked no sympathy. It's either no sympathy or sympathy. It's either one, you can't take both. Like Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. We'll do that next time I pick. That's gonna be my next choice. We're gonna really argue on that one. We're actually surprisingly arguing less than I thought we would.
Yeah, this movie is fucking garbage, guys. Fuck this movie, okay?
Hey, you enjoyed at least enough that you're not arguing with me too much.
That's because I don't have the strength to argue with a dumbass.
Well, I'm not good at explaining things sometimes.
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, I might be a little better at explaining, though.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna completely destroy him on the Nightmare on Elm Street podcast.
Oh,
so
no.
If you're in the future,
I'll do good. I'll do good since most people don't like that movie.
If you're in the future, go into that podcast and you'll see how much I'll destroy that little bitch.
No, you won't. We all know I'll win that fight. But anyway, so he gets the blood. He puts the blood in her, which is, lucky. It definitely takes. So that's good, at least. And they also learn that he's about to get some wine since he's low on blood. And the maid's stupid as fuck, as she actually listened to the girl when she says, "Don't go into the cellar." Even though the last time she listened, she got a girl dead. You almost got her dead. Again. Goddamn dumb bitch. Ugh.
You deserve to be slapped around.
Yeah. She's too hysterical. And Dracula's grave is down there. He puts a cross in there just in case so he can't get in there. Which actually, he probably should have not put the cross in there so he would have went in there, technically, but either way, he would have known where he was. But oh well, it doesn't matter. They both go down to Transylvania. I guess that's where this movie.
Okay. So here's what happens after he puts the cross inside the graveyard. He tries to open the door, but he finds out that it's locked because Dracula locked it. And then one of the maids come out of nowhere and open the door. Don't know how the fuck she's still alive.
It was Arthur, actually.
Her.
Arthur opened the door. I think. The maid's in a different room. She's in the room with Mina.
Yeah. So then you see Dracula and Van Helsing. They're running after each other, attacking each other. And then they get to this giant dining room. And, Dracula's fighting off the bestie.
One moment, though. I want to talk about one more scene. Remember that old man? The scene actually makes me laugh. They actually, Dracula runs into the fucking, the gate that he's at. He's like, he has the look of, "You damn kids!" He just looks like an old geezer. It actually really made me laugh.
I would have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Damn kids! You fucking broke my goddamn thing! And it actually happens twice. Actually, my guess is it happens every night. 3 times, probably. That's gonna be a joke in the review. The 3rd time it happened. Or somehow. Well, I can't write it. I'm not writing a script right now. It's not gonna be funny. But anyway, continue what you're talking about.
I'm gonna make an exposed video on you. He said he was gonna write a joke, but he didn't.
Anyway, go! We have 3 minutes.
So, Dracula and Van Helsing are running after each other. Dracula, like, keeps running. He comes into this dining room, and he's like, "Are you ready to go, bitch?" And Van Helsing's like, "Yeah, you know it, bitch!"
The fight's
and
really
start
good.
Fighting.
It's like both sides, you know? Both, like, Dracula's more powerful, but Van Helsing is able to beat the shit out of him still. Like, enough. He's able to fight him enough.
Van Helsing's, you know, like, beating the crap out of Dracula, but Dracula's like, "I'm stronger than you, motherfucker!" And, like, destroying Van Helsing. But then Van Helsing notices the ex machina of the year. The freaking blindfold vines, and destroys them, and then Dracula is all,
This is the great retelling of the movie. He gets his leg first. He gets his leg first, and then his whole body. He, like, forces him with the cross. And that looks so fucking badass. That looks really cool. It's a really cool
One of the greatest... Jay, let me speak.
Yeah, go.
Okay, this is the first actual scene I'm speaking of. Once I'm done, you can complain about it. So listen, Dracula gets his leg first, and the leg just melts on screen. And then Van Helsing has, like, this metal cross that looks stupid, but then Dracula, like, completely turns into, like, mush and melts away. It's one of the greatest melting scenes in all of fucking horror movies.
I wouldn't say it's melting. I would say it's more ash.
Melting.
It's more ash, I would say.
Melting into ash.
Yeah. Well, melting ash and melting are 2 different criteria, I'd say. They're, like, 2 different things, kind of.
Okay.
But it looks really cool. Most of the stuff was cut, though. Like, the face scenes, like, when he's, like, grinding his hand on his face looks really badass. That was cut. Like, a lot of the scenes there was cut, which fucking sucks. But the good thing is it's been restored, so... It's the one time that Warner Brothers restored the stuff and put it on the Blu-ray. God damn, Warner Brothers. They gotta put their Blu-ray stuff on.
Then we roll credits, because who gives a shit about it?
There's a scene where, there's a cross on, Mina's hands, and they're also, like, there's a close-up on the, ring, which signifies that she's finally, like, herself again, that, you know, she's, like, signified that they're married, and I'm not sure. Signify good over evil, pretty much. I'm not gonna explain stuff. I have to write my shit out. But anyway, it's the movie. Heartbreaker, you go first.
So ultimately, I do like this movie. After watching it and listening to Jax talk about it, I do enjoy it.
Stop calling me Jax.
But I do enjoy it. But there are a lot of problems. Especially if you compare it to the original masterpiece. Like, in this one, there is no boat segment. The characters are completely changed. Some of them don't even have the same names or the same personalities. There's a dumbass fucking kid. There are multiple other things that don't connect with the original that I love and I would personally have liked to see in this film. But there are some things that this film adds that is not in the original that is way better, like the gore and some other stuff, like the scenery and stuff. But ultimately, I do like this movie. I give it a 3 out of 5. There we go.
Yeah, we have a
Jay, you're
3
next.
out of 5 rating system now. You gotta give it, like, one of your things, like the VHS or whatever the hell your ratings are. I don't know your ratings.
You need to watch my videos, dude.
I don't memorize your ratings. All I know is VHS, rent a VHS tape.
No. It goes, this film gets a 4 out of 4! Get 2 VCRs! And I'm tape it!
Yeah,
this film gets a 3 out of 4! Rent it on a regular basis. This film gets a 2 out of 4. Don't bother rewinding this. This film gets a 1 out of 4. Leave it outside and let it melt.
Well, even if a movie's shitty, I'll get it on VHS. Screw it. I'm a collector, god damn it. But anyway, so my thoughts on this movie is really damn good. I wouldn't say it's the best Dracula movie. I think the original Universal movie is much better, but there are definitely things that just does much better. Like, I like the opening. The opening is really good with her, Jonathan. It was being him being a vampire hunting. That's a good change. I like that change. Him dying at the beginning. Even though he's dead now and he was the main character in most of them, I'm fine with this. It gives him more of a. This means that Van Helsing's able to be in the movie more. And Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing are really good. Christopher Lee is my second favorite Dracula, I'd say. I think he does a really good at being charming and being badass. I don't think he's as good as being I don't think he's as good as Bela Lugosi, but he still is good and just badass with those red eyes, which actually made him not be able to see very well, and just. He's awesome. And then Peter Cushing, my favorite Van Helsing, favorite's Frankenstein too, but he is really damn good too. He just seems like a nice guy in this. He just wants Dracula dead. He wants revenge for Harker dying. Then Arthur, who isn't even the original, he's actually really good. He starts to be a non-believer, but then eventually he's a believer at the end, which I like him. There are a few negatives, actually the scenery is really good, I forgot to mention that, and the gore, of course. It's surprising they were able to get away with that much at the time. But, the movie is really good, and it does have some negatives, though. Like the names being switched around. It's really fucking confusing if you heard me talking about it earlier. It really confuses me. Like, which one is this? In a review, I'd probably mix up their names as a joke. But not as a joke. Because I'm mixing them up right now. But anyway, the movie is
but it
really
is
good.
fucking hilarious, though. You keep complaining about, oh my god, I can't remember their fucking name.
Yeah, in a review, I'm gonna make fun of that, definitely, for sure. I'm mixing up their fucking names. Mina. I don't know what fucking one this is. But anyway, it's a really good movie. I give it a 4 out of 5, because it's really damn good. Close to a 5, maybe. If I'll be nice, I'll give it a 5. I'll be nice. I'll give it a 5. 5 out of 5. I'm being generous. I'm in the mood for generosity. Okay. We all know.
Okay, everybody. We have all made it to the end of this podcast. I'm so glad that we are back, and there will be a lot more after this. There will be no more hiatuses. One every single week.
Hopefully.
Just kidding. I have no idea.
Yeah,
but
hopefully, anytime I try to do a schedule, I'm like, hopefully. You can never promise anything, since then it won't fucking happen. Happens every time. And if I promise something, boom, doesn't happen. I can only hint at things. And that's about it. Always sucks.
Yeah, dude.
But anyway, next week, we're hopefully looking at Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yep, we're looking at Dawn of the Dead, the extended cut.
I might be watching the original theatrical cut just so we can talk about the differences. I might watch both. I'm not completely sure yet. We'll see.
We're going to go over the differences at the end of the podcast, since I will look them all up.
Mm-hmm.
So we can finally determine, after all these years, which is the real best cut. Just kidding. But, yeah.
So anyway, we'll see y'all later for the next Deadites podcast.
Later, guys.
See ya.
On the next Deadite podcast.